Oh, wait, here we go. It's working now.
All right. Hey, hey, pretty girlfriend. Hi, friends.
Hi, friends. Oh, wait.
Yeah, we're good. We are good. Just got to wait for our friends to show up. It shows that we're live, dear. Hi, Jessica. She says, Miriam, I needed you.
Hi, friends. All of a sudden, my energy went.
Yeah, you were like zoning off there. Hi, Badir.
I know, I'm tempted to go get a cup of coffee right quick.
Go do
Very
it.
tempted.
Go do it if
Need
you
to
need to.
wake up. Wake up. There's still more to do. Wake up.
Big,
Always
weird.
more to do.
That's
Gotta
isn't
do.
that the truth? Isn't that the truth?
The moon's about to move like any second now from 12 degrees of Capricorn to 13 degrees of Capricorn. And I await this moment.
Me too.
Because as soon as it hits that Aries point degree, I'll be like, hi, friends.
Yeah, Sagi's been pretty boisterous. Even Jessica Sweezy in the chat says, big weird revelations. Hello, ladies. Yes. Samesies. I would say the samesies big time.
Yes.
Big revelation. Today's my birthday. Thank you for coming and celebrating with me.
Happy birthday to her.
I'm 23 again.
She is 23. It happened. It's real.
Benjamin Button.
It really, really did happen. Just that way.
Yeah. Yeah. So whenever we're done here today, this beautiful woman's baking a homemade chicken pot pie and made me a 2-tier birthday cake, and it just got all frosted and everything. So gonna be celebrating that I was born. My solar returns technically tomorrow, but yeah, we're gonna talk a little bit about the Astro weather and the skies, and what a crazy way to implant this solar return for me in between two eclipses. Like, say what?
Yes.
Thanks, Badir. Appreciate you, sweetie. How was everybody's Leo eclipse? Jessica says big revelations. Have they been revelations that you've been waiting a really long time to hear? Things you suspected? Curious about the stories.
Yes, because it's been boring in here. It's been boring. We need your stories. It's been just flat out quiet. Nothing is going on at all, except Miriam working. And Allie, our friend, I spoke with her today, and I didn't have anything to say. Not much. After a certain point today,
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to the energy. It just kind of went quiet.
Mm-hmm.
And the moon is like, well, I think the sun moved over the south node, and it's on the other side now of the south node. And I don't know if you guys had like visions, like I was talking to friends earlier about the flashes. Has a conversation about the family karma stuff that we're still processing. I'm seeing my parents finally, like it was my great grandparents, and then eventually my great grandparents, and now my grandparents, and then now I'm seeing my parents, and I'm going, okay, wait a second. that was mom and dad. That was their story. It's not necessarily my story. So I can tell the difference between the two. And I don't know if we're getting that much closer to like 0 point for those of us that have awakened and we've been processing this stuff, because you get like a vision, right? You get like this flash. And today I had one of like all week, it was my mother in a dress kind of dancing a Spanish style dance for my dad, which would have been cute. You know, she wore those cute Spanish dresses a lot. But that's not my memory. You know what I mean? That's her memory. And earlier, I want to say today, it was, maybe it was yesterday, it was somewhere in Aztec Empire again. And I said, no, we're done with that. I ain't doing that one neither. No, we're not going back. Not doing it. Where did Heather go? Because all of a sudden she disappeared off the map. And hopefully she's making her way back, this birthday girl of ours. Well, the other thing I wanted to take note was this week during the Today's Sky reports that I kind of give you guys first thing in the morning. It's like the very first thing I do. And it takes me that long because, man, anyway, it shouldn't this week. This week it should be like tickety boo. However, what I did also note is that Venus has been opposite Saturn all week long, and talk about the divine feminine energy having to butt heads with Saturn. And, you know, Venus at its very minimalistic kind of description, for me, it gives off a Taurian kind of quality. And that quality says, I need something. I'm hungry. I have an appetite. I have a craving. And very much so depending on whatever that Taurus object is from your charts. Your natal charts will show you what house Taurus rules. I have noticed since Venus has been in Libra that this is thing that is attached to another human. And it gives off an 8th house quality. So with this Venus opposite Saturn, remember last week we were like, oh, daddy's home. No, this week it wasn't like that. It was more like, I have a need. And let's see what you can work with what you got to come up with some MacGyver crap. And I was sitting there going, you gonna test me like this? Because I'll win. I'm at Life Path 3. I'll win. Anyway, I just wanted to know if you guys had some of the similar things going on this week with the family karmic processing. Is that speeding up? Let us know in the comments. Are you catching the flashes? Are you able to say no and recognize yourself versus whatever memory this is? And the second thing is, with Venus being opposite Saturn all week, did you have some needs? And then Saturn was like, oh, that's gotta suck. And you're like, what the F is wrong with you? You know, like, come on.
Oh,
What was your,
hey, I gotta stop you for a second, and I'm hearing echo. Um, you didn't notice it, I don't think, but I got booted.
I did,
The
I
whole
noticed.
the whole computer just all of a sudden said, you got to reboot now. It
Boot.
reboots. I'm back
Okay.
in, and now there's 2 of me in the Zoom, and I hear 2 of me. So I don't know if you can boot the first
Are you
one.
on, do you have the NVIDIA app up?
That's what it is. It popped back up automatically.
Nix it.
All right. I didn't even want it. There we go. It's somewhere.
She got me a lemonade. And I am so grateful because I haven't had a lemonade in like weeks upon weeks. Upon weeks. Very delightful birthday. She spread a little birthday joy today herself. And that was very kind of her to do. It was kind of like she was the party favor.
And I came bearing
So messed up.
beverages. I can't find NVIDIA. It's not pulled up on any tab.
Okay, go to settings. Can you type in settings,
Yeah,
get to your microphone access, and see what it's picking up? The Yeti. You could turn the Yeti off.
it's not even on. It's not plugged in.
Camera. Is there another piece of equipment that might have a microphone?
No, there's just two of
Oh,
me
wait.
in the Zoom. So you
Well,
need to boot the first me.
oh, the first you needs to leave.
Yeah.
Get out. Do I just, oh, just mute, right? Okay.
Now, am I still muted?
You sound pretty good.
Awesome. Yeah,
We did
we
it.
fixed it.
We
Even though it's
did
telling
it.
me I'm
We
muted.
did it.
That's the old
Mm-mm-mm.
Heather.
There is
That's
like so
this
much
Heather.
joy, right? With Capricorn. I know everybody's like, what? Yeah, but with Capricorn energy and the connection it has to Leo, everything that you finish, there's this self-pride thing, and you're like, oh my God, I did. And Capricorns get addicted to that, man. That
I know
feeling.
you. Yeah, that winning being you did it. You did it. Hey,
I
I know you
did.
asked a question right before I interrupted with popping back in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that was my digital twin, evidently.
Venus, what?
But you asked everybody a question and if
Right.
they've had that experience. So I'm
Yes.
sorry to interrupt. I'm curious to know too. I didn't hear most of what you said because I wasn't even in the room, but
No, I was talking about like family karma because Saturn's involved, right? And Saturn, Capricorn energy, 10th house is what rules our family karmic history and our ancestral lineage, kind of going back that attachment to the fourth house is our roots where our ancestors lived. Then the legacy of what our ancestor did is in the 10th. So Capricorn function must process. They have to. I've seen it so many times in the tarot reading, like the readings when people come to me. Um, the question that's thrown around when you're a tarot reader is what zodiac signs come to you? Because we all kind of have our own.
mhm.
I attract Aquariuses, Capricorns, Virgos, and Geminis, those four ones. And I've seen time after time after time with the Capricorn energy, they'll come in and they'll be like, where's the love of my life? Hand them to me, Miriam. I know you have them in your pockets. Turn your pockets out. And I will look at the cards, and the cards will directly address it and say, you got to go home now. You're the one that has to build the bridges inside of your family unit. And the Capricorn doesn't want to do it. Capricorn wants to do anything else but that. And it always ends up the same, where the lover doesn't show up, the job doesn't open. It's almost like things get boxed in if you're not working consistently with keeping your family unit tight and relationships good between everybody. It's like you have to take ownership of your family, take accountability for your family, whether you did it or not. And it's this Venus opposition there. I just wanted to know the stories.
Okay. Well, I'm sure there's still more to be revealed, but I heard some pretty messed up living dynamics with people coming through. I'm not gonna spill anybody's beans, but yeah, I mean, we're in between
Mhm.
eclipses and we're messing with, all this now the moon moving into Capricorn is kind of extra pushing down those family dynamics, but there's a lot of relationship stuff we talked about in the last video and the eclipse video that's happening, and it always ends up happening in eclipse season. There's big changes that happen, and there's also big opportunities, and even, that she's talking about Capricorn, really just wanting to get it right, put in the work, do it right. But if that's all you're doing and you're neglecting the relationship, like that's the other side of Capricorn, right? Work and
Right.
work and work and be the workhorse, and then neglect any sort of physical, like any sort of intimacy with your loved ones, that's contradictive. So but yeah, there's big blowups in relationships and big changes, and there's a big open door, and all you got to do is walk through it. And we'll see how this turns out for everybody. Jessica Sweezy says, my mom's jealous. She's been my idol forever, and I see a weird, drunk, twisted woman at the moment. My life purpose came into focus, and I now run two businesses plus added school, FML. Also ran
Wow.
also ran into my soulmate who ghosted me and was face to face with all of my shame and lack of
Oh,
self-worth for a lifetime. Jessica Sweezy, sweetheart, you are not alone. You really just almost described this eclipse season and this upcoming eclipse. There is some letting go with this full moon Pisces eclipse that we're having on the 28th. So yeah, that's crazy, and it's so weird because it's like you can go in a law where there's nothing going on for the
yeah.
longest period of time. Nothing, 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 nothing. And then
It
everything in the world just gets, flipped around. You got the wheel of fortune going, and it's time to go, and everything's going to go at once. And there's, I know somebody personally that's starting all over from scratch right now, and it's going to take some big moves. But it's like, I was talking to a friend, and I was talking about a pastime with them, when they were doing really well for themselves. They were being very independent, and focusing on like getting out of a relationship and having to start over fresh kind of thing. And like, where is it? Can you dig in this Leo season? Let's take that south
Yeah.
node and scoop up that younger version of us
Yeah.
that was so brave and ready to take on the bull of the bull with the horns, and build your life the way you want it from scratch, and you know accept nothing less in your life than what you deserve, right? So self-worth is, I mean, we still got Chiron retrograde in Taurus, so self-worth is definitely still in play, and Venus and Libra. Yeah, self-worth, big ticket number. I didn't mean to just take over, but
No, no, you're fine.
those are just my
I
thoughts on
had
things.
so I know a lot of people have feelings. It's okay. I'm a life path 3. Everything's a tool to me. Everything's a tool, a solution. It's like MacGyver. Um, so I pre-programmed AI Claude with the key points of the formula to was Celestial's book on eclipses. I went
Ooh.
through and pre-programmed AI so that in these moments when an eclipse comes by, I can check or gauge the intensity of what this eclipse will present to us. And if you give me a second, I can share the screen.
Okay.
Are you good with that?
Yeah, am I host? You're the boss lady, aren't you?
No, I mean, I I just
We're
didn't want to
good.
run you
No,
over.
no, we're good. And I just had a quick question because I didn't want Badir to think I didn't see your message. You
Yeah.
wished me a happy birthday and thank you. And then you said we share that, also mine. Today's your birthday too, Badir. Well, happy birthday
Whose
to
birthday
you,
is it?
Badir. Badir one.
Oh, happy birthday.
Yeah,
We
Badir's
wish you were here.
one of our channel members, and we just had a new face. Amber. Hey, Amber. Hi,
Hamba.
love. Amber's in the chat, and we had Le Lanira Mr. Azing 6024 new subs. Thank you.
Thank you.
Happy, welcome in. And you have a
Thank you.
question. So our tarot questions, hun, are for our channel members, YouTube channel members, and our Patreon members. So
Yeah.
if you're a paid subscriber, then yes, this is the time to ask a question. I do want to add in one little caveat because we have a subscriber who hasn't made it in quite yet, or a member that hasn't made it in, and she lives on the other side of the world, so we tend to miss each other on Sundays. She has some Bernadette had some questions that she wants us to get into later when we get into the tarot. I have them on my phone, so because she may not be able to make it here. I'm trying to get everything shared on Patreon and whatnot, but welcome. And thank you. Made it to 71. Badir, happy 71st birthday. May this
Hey.
revolution around the sun this year be your best one yet.
Are you
So it
there?
is. Yes.
So
What are
it
you doing
is.
over there? What are you doing over
Dude,
there?
I
Dude.
started my day this morning scrubbing a toilet and then going outside and trimming an extremely wrangly, dangerous freaking wild rose bush. So anything after that was kind of like, meh, you know what I mean? But some of them have been kind of up there. Like when I was making your cake and the powdered sugar, I hit the wrong control and it went, and you missed it. It was all over the floor. It was all, I
Oh,
took a picture.
we
I
don't
should
need
show everybody the
confetti
picture.
everywhere. We got powdered sugar everywhere.
It was everywhere. And then I dropped the cake. That was fun. No, it's just been yeah, so you falling off the call, me going mute for a second. It's kind of like just take your pick. What do you want? Take your pick, man.
It
Because
is
I would
it, it is what it is. We're here and we're perfectly imperfect, just like each and every single one of you.
kind of
So
like come on in and see the hot mess. I'd rather you see the truth than like a lie. But
that's
we
right.
are getting better control of things. And I just believe a little bit at a time. Pick a corner, any corner, apply yourself, do a little, and go do something else. Anyway, eclipses and eclipse strengths. So this eclipse is going to be in Pisces. And as we all know, Pisces can also be the equivalent to numerology number 9. Now, if you are a 9 life path, you have mastered some area, and in this lifetime, you get to readdress like every intense karmic experience, and then you have to dissolve it. You have to dissolve it. It's a hot mess. It's just messy. With this eclipse being in Pisces, I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to go down the list of all the Piscean ways and all the Piscean things. Nobody wants to hear all that over and over again. We want to know what's going to happen, right?
Yeah.
I'm just going to let you know straight up front, all y'all are effed. So am I. It's Pisces. Pisces can pick anything. It's like a roulette wheel, and there it goes. And so yes, look to your natal Neptune, wherever that is. Mine's in my third house. I know that yours is what, in your ninth
Yeah,
house, right?
yeah, it's in my ninth house.
It's in your ninth house. So is Felicia's. Go down the list of all the people, and I know where their Neptunes are. If your Neptune is in Capricorn, there's going to be like really strong, either you're going to have to come in like an authoritarian, and maybe you're not usually like that, and you don't like that side of yourself, for discipline and structure and, let's get it all working the way that it's supposed to work, versus please do not drive fast, or when the police pull you over, you will be getting a ticket. Follow the law. Follow the
Right.
law. I mean, what happens if with the Piscean energy, especially on a more collective level, what happens if there's an area in the country where all of a sudden the law disappears mysteriously and now it's all martial law? Because that's the sort of Piscean setup where something of a structure just. And you and I had that conversation, was it last night, yesterday?
Yeah, we were talking
The
yesterday.
old systems that are going away and what replaces it.
Yeah.
What replaces it? Like what would happen if all currency just disappeared? It's a Piscean concept to make something invisible. And it's your job to make Capricorn-like decisions with strong confidence and authority in your life when possibly a major key piece of information or a tool or something is missing and you don't know it. You don't know it. Let's just cover that hole a little. No, I mean, that's the other thing, right? Saturn's in Aries.
That's
opposite Venus.
Cut a hole. Yeah, cut a hole in it, burn it. Whatever you got to do.
And the Chiron in Taurus is wicked smart this time. When it was in Aries, pretty much the entire message was make sure to take care of yourself. Don't put yourself in danger. You are worth more than anything your life, right? Now it's in Taurus and now it's messing with my stuff. It's messing with my stuff.
Yeah. Went from messing with me to messing with my stuff.
Yeah. Went from messing with me to messing with my stuff.
First house,
and now
second house.
I feel the pressure of these tests. What if you drop the cake? What's Miriam's behavior going to look like?
Glad it was frozen.
Right? And bounced. Boom. You know what I mean? It was frozen. Boom. I did try to wipe it off but it was frozen. It wasn't that bad. And I had just mopped the floor, like on my hands and knees. I scrubbed really hard. So a little bit of hair ain't gonna hurt Heather. Hairs be like, what is this hair in my mouth?
It's my everyday life with 2 cats.
2 dogs, yeah.
2 cats and a Heather, yeah.
I mean, but talk to me, Goose. It's kind of like the stuff thing with the Taurus. And now the eclipse is going to be in Pisces. Pisces is in a good position to Taurus. The 12th house sits sextile to the second house. They're friends. And there's tools that can go back and forth. Pisces energy carries with it that, because, dude, suffering, right? Suffering. But usually something gets taken away and goes missing, or it disappears. You have to sacrifice whatever that part of you is over and over and over again.
I've noticed you sacrifice while somebody else plays the martyr.
Pisces will either play the martyr, try to stand up and do the right thing, but 9 times out of 10, they want justice. They want justice for what just happened. And curiously, justice ends up being the thing they might have to sacrifice and kind of live their entire life either really bitter, full of vitriol and poison themselves, you know, or they learn
Or
to take a knee and surrender it, see it in the bigger picture of things, understand that, you know, we are infinite beings having a human experience, and the Pisces will eventually ease it up, learn to let go. Questions?
yeah.
Just
Well,
kidding.
no, as you were saying all that, I was just thinking, especially with Saturn in Aries, that's where you can use the Saturn in Aries for restructuring and rebuilding in a brand new baby way. It's like giving birth, brand new baby. It may be a new project, it may be find a new place to live, it may be a new job, but take that Saturn
Car.
in Aries. Yeah, take that
Yeah.
Saturn in Aries, and that's like a lot of what that Chiron Aries, and Chiron will retrograde back to Aries. I don't think it's going to go back into Taurus like next year, at the end of spring, maybe. But yeah,
You can have a
there's
close family member that you haven't seen in a minute show up at Thanksgiving, the day of Thanksgiving, and tell everyone, I can't eat that because I got a new spiritual belief and I can't eat meat. I'm a vegan.
yeah,
And you can
but
imagine the Thanksgiving table would be like, that's dumb. You're stupid, you know, and start saying some real inappropriate things to each other
mhm,
over someone else's chosen experience because of the square to Sag. The eclipse will square Sag. So you're looking at religions, you're looking at culture, current culture, you're looking at philosophy, sure, history, sure, but also the media, publications, merchants, not just traveling. This is long distance travel. So think of all the vehicles that are used for long distance travel. If you had a situation, and because it's Pisces energy and you have the whole divine collective, and let's say that all the truckers, I don't know if you remember that from like 4 years ago,
oh
all the
yeah,
truckers went on strike. I was like, screw this, man, we're out. And we
yeah,
were
that
like,
was
wait,
crazy.
wait, wait, we didn't say it. They said it. Like,
Psych.
we love you, Walmart truck or HEB truck or Target truck. We love you. Um, yeah, it could be something to do with tariffs, say, because we're talking about ports, and ports sit on oceans. So I'm just giving some maybes in a relatable way.
Those are great. Those are great maybes. I did go ahead and pop up the chart. I don't know if you have the
Yes,
the
yes, I
screen
see
up
it.
to be able to see it, but
See
this
what I
is
mean? The
the
sun's
eclipse chart.
approaching Virgo.
August 26th, Pisces 4. Um,
Hmm?
yeah, 4 degrees, 53 minutes is the exact eclipse, it looks
Dude,
like.
look at in conjunct from Virgo to Pluto. I've been looking at that, but Pars Fortuna is there, so it's kind of like transforming is the key. It's like use your wiser self because it's Aquarius. Use your rational, wiser self to make choices that transform.
I know
And
it doesn't have.
don't. I had to tell her yesterday, and then I had to tell myself in the kitchen today. Self, slow down. Slow down. You're throwing cakes around, powdered sugars everywhere.
Yeah, no hurry.
Slow down.
Slow down. It's a
I mean,
big T
Pluto
square.
is freaking the inside of a combustible engine. Pluto is, it's straight up energy. It's straight up power that has been compressed, you know? So here
Yeah.
you have that's in Aquarius, an
I want to
engine.
before we move out of Aquarius, I just want to show you I pulled the chart of the moment
Oh, cool.
If you look at the screen, I have some asteroids in there, and this is why I wanted to show Aquarius. Look what is traveling with Pluto.
Atropos.
These
You
are
know what that is,
endings.
right?
They are big endings, transitional. That's the,
It's destruction.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
that's my translations.
But the aftermath of anything coming down is brand new, right? So, but yeah, Atropos is a very final energy when it
Yeah.
comes to, let's say, a dynamic with a job, a relationship, a place of living, whether a vehicle is going to break down, like dead end. Sorry, these ads. My goodness. Okay. But yeah, that being with Pluto opposite Jupiter, that tug goes right into big Leo belief systems. And we're in the middle
It's a
deacon,
show, baby.
or even, I mean, yeah, it's a show. It's a big lesson. Let's put it that way.
I thought yesterday was fun. The Leo energy shifted a little, and all of a sudden, you and I felt like going to play like kids.
Yeah.
And we were like, screw work. And we ran out the door.
We
And
went
we
to
went
the
and
bead
played
store, got me some stuff to make some jewelry. I'm so
with
excited.
jewelry. And I was like, we had a great time yesterday, but it was that Leonian sort of energy that says, let's go play. Let's go get our friends and let's go play Gen Xers. All the Gen Xers, right? Our
Yeah.
friends were our support networks and they taught us our social skills, which is why it's a little rough around the edges. Pluto
I
in Libra generation. That's us.
Well, you aren't
Go ahead.
wrong there. No, I just like noticed this giant. So there's a grand square in the sky, a couple of them actually. And then the opposition, look at Cancer. We've got Sirius conjunct Mars. It's within a 4-degree orb. Mars has already kind of moved forward from that, but chaos is right in the middle of that. So it's really interesting
Oh,
that whole Jessica Sweezy said what she did.
mm-hmm.
Look what it's opposing. Pholus and the moon in Capricorn. At the moon's at 12
Lordy.
degrees Capricorn right now. Yeah, yeah. Sun conjunct the
Man,
south node. I mean, the sun's
ugh.
finally moving off the south node because it's
When I
in
saw it
Virgo.
earlier, I was so uncomfortable with that square because it's sort of it's on the major angles.
Yeah,
The
all the
houses that
cardinals.
sit, all the cardinals. So the energy of that alone, like if you came to us with a chart like that, that alone, we would be like, okay, let's sit down and let's talk this out.
Because
Hopefully,
it can be very without thought.
uncomfortable conversations.
Cardinal, it's gonna be like quick initiations, quick changes, quick
Yeah.
conversations. Yeah.
But the moon opposing Mars like that brings a heat to it because that heat, sometimes when you get around a water sign and you have a lot of Aries or Mars, or there's a lot of stuff in your first house, you can set things on fire and the water will start to boil. It will become scalding hot, and the poor little fire sign just ain't gonna win. And sometimes people have those conversations. Amba, she knows. Amba knows. Amba's going, I certainly have.
Oh, Mercury conjunct the
Touchy.
vertex. Big news today. I'm still looking at today's chart. Look right now. Mercury, boom, vertex
I'm just,
in Leo
man.
at 27 degrees, y'all.
Yeah, the tail end. And they're crossing, Mercury will cross over vertex. Mercury is faster than vertex.
Oh, oh,
What
let's see. What do
else?
we got? A
But
quintile
look at
down to
Lilith.
Neptune.
Ay Dios. Look at Lilith. Vertex to Lilith. That's a trine. And then go to Vesta. Oh no. Amadeus, Amadeus. You remember that?
Oh, yeah. I actually, well, so that I randomly threw in today because I specifically, and you notice it's paired right up with Venus in Libra. Okay. I was looking for an asteroid that expressed the reactions that people give out of desperation. And
Oh, okay.
Amadeus, I think I may still have it pulled up. Let me see if that one was it.
Amadeus, Amadeus.
Nope,
Everybody
I
from the
don't.
80s remembers
Yep.
that song, including
Amadeus,
us.
Amadeus, Amadeus. Yeah, it basically goes into, like, here I was on X.
Um,
Listed asteroid 2174 in astrology. Amadeus is list to lust, hidden desires, revenge, broken marriages, and wrath. Of course, it has plenty of other meanings, but that's why I like with all of this relational stuff going on, I really felt like I needed those energies. And it's right
mm,
there with Venus opposing Saturn and Aries saying, Are
bad day.
you going? That's just like relationship axis, right? So
Mhm.
are you going to make the damn change or not? Or
That's
it's
how I feel
also,
about my left knee and my left hip.
it better get
Over the
straight.
past few days, it's been falling out on me.
Oh
Yesterday, I lost
man.
control of my leg, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh, no, no, because bitch got cane. I have a cane.
We were
You ain't gonna get me this time. No. So
yeah.
I brought the Venus. I have the equipment, Saturn. Do your worst. I even have a Zoomy. My husband hated that thing.
What?
You know,
Hated
like when
what?
you have knee surgery or foot surgery or
Oh, you
something,
got the
you have
scooter on the wheel
the
with it. You rest
scooter.
your knee on it. I
Yeah,
could just see you
man, he
your
hated that thing, and I loved it. I was
I could
like,
just see your ass scooting around the house
I
downstairs.
loved it. Just full of life, right? Full of life. What happened to here? Okay, I think I found it. My asteroid sheet for Amadeus. I want to see what mine is as well as look at yours.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sure I can pull that. What did I do with
Was it
my
Amadeus or the other one
Yeah,
that you were looking at? I want to get
I
the
did,
right thing.
I was looking at
No, it wasn't Amadeus. It was
no,
Asmod. Asmod? 16 degrees with Venus in
that's
Libra.
yeah,
Asmod?
that's Amadeus. Yeah, yeah, it's just you're supposed to say it like ASMOD, but my linguistic skills do not allow tongue rolling or whatever to say it right. I wouldn't be good at any other language.
What number is it again? Two what?
It is 2174.
Oh, girl, I ain't even got it in my encyclopedia. What just happened? Now I gotta
I
write
j-
it down.
I just Saturn and Jupiter to you, I guess.
It's my turn to receive the wrath of your Uranus and Scorpio.
No, I just mean I just schooled you on it. That was my nice way of saying I schooled you.
It's okay to come bring it, girl, because I can take it.
Oh, I
I can
know it.
take it.
I know it. We school each other. I love it.
No, we really do. It's more like fascination and wonder when it comes to astrology because these objects that are in space, you know,
Oh,
humans have been staring at space since day one because they were bored and they had nothing to do at night when the sun set. And they just lay around and stare at stuff until they started to see the patterns of our Earth, revolving in a revolution around the sun. And so they would clock things. And the astrological divine, what would you say it? The divinity of it Trying to figure out where I was going with this
We
because
were
you were
talking about Amadeus.
as the thing that was desperate, right?
Yes, desperation.
Dude, my brain just went.
It's
It's a,
okay.
it's a long day.
I will talk then. So looking at this,
2.74.
what's I saw this Amadeus with Venus, remembering that Venus is she's pretty damn powerful in Libra. She can also be very, how do I say, entitled. She can feel very entitled because she's used to, right? All the yeah, you figure
Being
Taurus is kind
taken
of the,
care of.
yeah, being
Being
taken
taken care
care
of.
of and things like that, right? Amadeus energy paired up with that, right? Opposite Saturn. We're in a Libra house talking about relationships. Saturn's in an individual house talking about the self and the restrictions that are being put on and the the pressure. Let's just put it that way. Let's say it's pressure. And if it's pressure on a relationship and watching it physically play out, since we're talking about this, Venus also touches obviously the things we value, right? And if we look down to Saturn, Saturn is also, hmm, to me, it could be like, yes, it's structure like the house. Yes, it's structure. To me, I see structure like an object, right? Even a car could be a Saturn thing, it works, right? So I just saw Amadeus and Venus having a fight over a relationship and going down, and I'm noticing third house Aries energy, right? It could also be destructions of properties, hiding or trying to withhold something from the other person that they
Oh,
need. And you got the chaos, right? Part of that grand square chaos, talking about just moving off the nurturing moment. Going chaos is just trailing along behind Mars. Mars isn't thinking, and Mars is pushing for that security at Cancer, right? Mine, right? Think Finding Dory, those mine, fish, opposing all those really, I don't know how else to say it, effed up emotions that are very, with Pholus right there and Capricorn, that very well could also have to do with, you think the devil card and the tarot, right? Like the toxicities and the emotions getting brought into it. And that's squaring down to Saturn, right? Somebody's getting a whole lot of pressure put on them. And this is really kind of a tumultuous thing that I would say when she said slow down, but also slow your roll on your emotions too.
yeah.
It's time with the moon in Capricorn to pull back and detach,
Yeah.
work your Saturn and Aries,
Keep it
work
real, y'all.
you and your role in what you're in, and keep it cool, honey bunny, because these are very karmic skies. I'm looking here, Uranus is with the part of fortune. That's kind of an interesting caveat. I mean, we still have this ongoing like minor trine between Saturn, Uranus, and a tropus with Pluto. So what that tells me is Neptune is obviously making part of this. Neptune's part of the story as well. We got a quintile up to the sun, so there's visibility there, and there are practical changes needed. But I think what's being kind of broken and will be continue to be broken with this upcoming lunar eclipse is the stories that we've been telling ourselves to keep things copacetic and working with others. Like I feel like the stories we tell ourselves are becoming are done. You can't keep up the facade. You can't keep up living the dream or the having that over romanticized ideal of it. But it's all, I mean, Venus, her, ugh. I'm just going to be quiet because that's a really tumultuous T-square energy. So I hope everybody's doing okay.
Dude, I was
Not
just watching the
thrilled that that's,
Asmodeus,
yeah.
like reading the definition of it, and it says astrologically, and I'm reading this from markandrewholmes.com. Support his page, you guys. He has a beautiful encyclopedia for these asteroids. It's markandrewholmes.com. His layout, he tells us where the asteroid was discovered and by whom and at what observatory. This one was in Palma Valley, California. It has a period of like total revolution around the sun. It has a period of 4 years and 17 days. Now, the second sentence gets me because it says Asmodeus was named for the Babylonian god of lust, considered
Yes.
prince of the revengers of evil. Screw the Avengers, apparently. There are revengers. So,
Yeah.
astrologically, Asmodeus seems to indicate to have something hooked, hung, caught, trapped, cornered, fishing tackle,
Yeah.
guts.
Yeah.
And then it says, now picture it with me. Al Capone had Asmodeus sextile. That's a tool. Sextile to his sun and trining his Mars, which gave him the ability. So now I'm looking at your chart, Heather. Happy
What?
birthday to you.
See what kind of year
All
I'm getting for my
kind of
solar return chart? I
at
get,
your charts.
yeah, yeah.
Well,
I stopped sharing the screen, but yeah,
I
you're
was like,
when you're
let's see
saying
where
all
Heather's
that, like
got it.
I was just looking at it going, that's almost like that when I was talking about the dynamic of Amadeus and Venus together. And
Right.
and seeing that square down to chaos and Mars and Sirius was kind of like the,
Man,
there's
this
that
brings like,
there's that entitlement of saying this is mine, so I paid for that. I paid for that. I've done all these things for you. That's low vibe Mars Cancer.
I was doing that last weekend.
Yeah, we've
Quit
all
calling
done
me
it.
out.
We all do it. Okay, so my guides are calling you out. That's what's up.
I was
Sorry.
doing it last weekend, I fully admit.
But we all do that because we all have that part where we feel like we're being taken for granted or not being
Or we're not
appreciated the way that
seen.
or not being seen the way or security. I mean, that's security. We do not feel safe in this environment, right? There was that. So that can lead
Keep calling me
to
out.
I love you. I love you.
What?
I'm not
Why are you doing this to me? You're
F it,
just,
F it, you're pissed. I'm
you know
done.
what?
You talk.
I'm
Whatever.
not talking at you right now. We're not. No, but she's not wrong.
That's our
She's
Aries
not wrong.
Libra.
It was a very quick clip of like one of these states of being, one right after the other, right after the other. She's not wrong. In some
Oh.
cases, the turn of it was so fast that the state of being, like you said, where one day you did not feel safe,
Yeah.
and it was like one day, and then you
That's
woke
all
up
it
the next day and you
takes.
were just fine,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know. And then there was one moment of like total dump. No one can see anything that I do, you know, and I have things I want to do, or my body is hurting really bad and I should not be doing. But
Hmm.
regardless, the dump, right? Look at all this that I do for you all the time. The entitlement.
Oh my gosh. Yes, you're right. You're right.
And it was like it was just like a brief, crazy moment, and then it was gone. So that's
Hmm.
why I'm looking at you and going as quickly as you're naming it. Yes, yes. Yes. This South Node in Leo business makes it very personal, you know? It puts it to the fire sign activity of what is it that you do, question mark. You know, a marionette puppet that you play with for the first time and you're moving the arms and legs around and you're like, what is this thing? What does
Yeah.
it do?
Yeah.
And the fire sign energy that is wanting, to figure things out really fast, because they can instinctually, that Aries jump, boom, 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 boom. And next thing you know, they got the Sag plan going, and Leo's on a stage going, thank you, thank you, thank you.
I'm
But when
getting
we look
shown.
back at like past lives from whence we come, it's sort of like, how many times have you repeated a certain psychological behavior over and over again that our awakenings, I'm talking to you, where you woke up
Me?
and you saw that
You?
it was you choosing, you were the central figure in your life. You were the only figure in your life. And so there was nowhere else to put it but you. You made your life this way by choices, yes, right? Through the awakening, we learned how to work with shadow, how to process, how to elevate, how to move and transcend ourselves. Yes? And
Yes.
in comes Taurus, Chiron and Taurus, thinking, oh, they have little games, huh? This is cute. That fire sign goes zoom real fast.
My
Did
thoughts.
anybody crack? I cracked. I ended up checking myself into a mental health hospital for a week because that's what I needed to do.
Yeah.
Right? Did anybody crack? Did they bend? Did they show the very worst of themselves? How many of us had these zings, because they are like zings,
Mhm.
and you still held yourself together and came out enacting your transcended self?
So
Put
many
it in the comments because
beautiful,
I want to know.
so many beautiful statements right there. And I was just zing, 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 zing. And as soon as they came in, they were going out. But I was seeing the whole Neptune Pisces journey where a lot of us did have our awakenings, right? And a lot of us did do that shadow work. Yes. But
I did
Saturn and
mine.
Neptune are in Aries about the self,
Yes.
and for those that have avoided the shadow work, for those that have,
It's
you
time.
know, done that, you're being checked, and this Pisces lunar eclipse is the check. In bet it's in between because you were
Yeah.
going back and talking about the Leo energy, and this solar eclipse that we had with Leo was a new moon, but it's with the south node. It wasn't even like right close, but still,
Right.
even that was about the need to let go of, in this case, the egoic part, right? Like to let go of those like the negative egoic parts of Leo and actually get humbled a little bit. There was a big humbling in this last eclipse into this one. So these changes that are happening with Saturn and Neptune, Neptune is dissolving. Are you the same person you were last year?
That's the
Are
that's
you?
the thing. Bet you're not.
I'm sure as shit not, and I am
Bet
so
you're not.
fucking glad that I'm not because I was
Dude,
in
because
a
everybody
rough
else out
place
there
last
right
year.
now is getting the I really don't like who I am right now.
Yeah, or I don't know who I am right now.
I don't
I
know who
don't
I
know what
am
I'm
right now.
capable of.
I
I
don't know
don't
what I'm capable of.
I don't, or this negative self-talk of
I'm sick and tired of feeling fear all the time.
I don't
What am I
believe
afraid
I'm
of?
worth enough. Yeah.
This age, is it rational to be afraid of this at this age? Right? It triggers the awakening, but you and I already
Yes.
did it with Neptune and
Yes.
Pisces
Yes.
and Saturn. We built the internal structure. Yay! So now we get the zing. I just want to know in the can we look at the comments? I want to see how many people have been successfully navigating this and not breaking character. Are you
That's
living your
important.
principles? Are you living it? Because that's pretty exciting, I would say. If they
Yeah,
could
we know
actually.
hi Bernadette and Jerry. Welcome in. And Bernadette, yeah, we'll get there later. We're talking astrology right now. I knew you had
Yeah.
questions. I said it at the beginning of the live stream. So, yeah. All right. So we will get to that. Can when you're I know you're checking back in the chat. I wanted to I took a look at this. You know what? I can't see it on this screen, but I felt compelled today to look up since we're looking at Amadeus and Venus, like I was like, you gotta
Days,
look up. You
days.
have to look up 17 Libra. So, woo!
Oh,
Yes. All right.
all
So
right. Do it.
let me change my screen here just a second. Mm, Stop sharing, and then we're going to share this screen instead. All right. So we've got
There they
a
are.
retired sea captain. Rujar quotes it as a retired sea captain watches ships entering and leaving the harbor. What were you just talking about? Didn't you talk about ships on the harbor?
Ports. Yes.
Ports.
Like right now, the United States, right now as we speak, the United States, for the first time in like 67 years, is building a new port down in Brownsville, Texas. So continue with your port talk.
All right. Libra 17, according to James Burgess. Listen to this in context of how we were explaining Asmodeus with Venus in Libra. Retiring from the struggle. We can only achieve so much in life, and there is a time to settle into a more sedate and I can't say the word today. How do you say that? You help me. Contemplative way of being.
Oh,
My brain wasn't getting it. Sorry.
complementary. Because
No,
there's two definitions.
contemplative way of
Where is it?
being.
Where we can access this?
Right here.
Oh, it's up there. We can only achieve so much in life, and there is a time to settle into a more sedate and contemplative way of being, reflecting upon all we have done, which is
Mhm.
why when we're getting the zings, do you still like who you are?
Yeah, beyond the ups and downs of ego struggle,
So I'm
beneath the
going to grab
turbulence.
my girlfriend's hand and go skipping out to play. Do you like that part of you? Do you like the part of you that loses your crap when you cut yourself with a serrated knife because your knife slips on a frozen cake? And now,
Woman.
dude, I know that's a terrible thing to bring up, but please understand, y'all, Heather has an Aries rising. Okay. There was no way I was doing cake without a little blood.
Isn't that
It
crazy?
happened.
So fitting.
It
Let me,
happened. And I went,
I'm,
that makes so much
you,
sense.
you just sacrificed for my cake. Thank you. Thank you, Miriam. All
That
right, let
makes
me
so much
finish
sense.
reading the Sabian symbol.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
All right. So reflecting upon all that we have done, I'm hearing that killer song. That's yeah. Beyond the ups and downs of ego struggle, beneath the turbulence is a calmness based on faith and knowledge, which is the soul's field of being. We can access this and choose it as a way of life, yet only after going through stormy waters. It's entirely necessary to suffer and struggle if we are to evolve. Evidence of personal evolution is found in an untroubled mind and calmness of atmosphere. Finally,
Yeah,
we
it
can,
was
yeah,
boring.
yeah. Finally, we can learn to relax. This old salt has been around the world, has been around the world more times than he can remember. Yet what he does remember, he has not forgotten and will never forget. He is absolutely faithful to the lessons learned through the countless bizarre and testing experiences of his life journey. This is what makes him a little gritty in his interactions with others. And if he participates in anything at all nowadays, then it is precisely on his terms, but has two states of being. In the one, he's completely focused upon the matter at hand and brings all factors of realization to bear down upon the immediate solution and resolve it. Otherwise, his default condition is relaxation. It's like an on-off switch. He has repeatedly commanded a ship's company through danger and feels justified near. There's that entitlement to enjoy his own reality
Justified.
on
His
justified.
terms.
Yeah, on his terms. Enjoy his own
And
reality on his
he
own terms, and
can.
he can. I was talking to you about that need earlier. So we are
Yes,
all
yes, yes.
yeah, so we are all getting increasingly like him as the potentials of youth make way bit by bit for the wisdom and confidence of all that is inevitable bestowed upon an experienced master.
And
Um,
the truth is, the
yeah.
North Node was just in Pisces. Pisces is the direction we are supposed to be going in. It may not be tragic at all. It may be realignment. Tell me I'm wrong. I'm not wrong.
The way you said that is really cool because the next sentence says, we need to choose between resting on our laurels, which Pisces can do very easily. You
I have
mentioning
one laurel. That's all I have.
that. To contemplate a lifetime of failures, successes, and adventures,
And adventures.
embarking on something new. Either
Hmm.
condition is quite relaxed because we have unshakable poise, yet the more active one is, the better for our continued life development.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I don't feel like I need to keep reading that, but interesting. I want to throw in Libra 17, a very bored woman who is listening but falling asleep. This is Elias Lonsdale Inside Degrees Chandra symbols, y'all. They're fun to work with alongside Sabians.
I'm
So
too red.
that's you. You are like zonking out
Do
all
you
the
know how many
time.
things I was doing today and I was still bored?
Yeah.
And I was just like, God dang, how much more occupation should I set my own personal ADHD? Read it.
Calm,
This is
calm,
terrible.
calm down, Amadeus and Venus.
Amadeus,
All
Amadeus.
right, Libra 17, a very bored woman who is listening but falling asleep. Nothing going on, everything going on. Tuning out
Every
tuning out in essentials, tuning in themes and truths which surround and envelop what is here and now. You have a fantastic inability to force yourself into alien worlds, breathing deep of worlds not commonly perceived, confused and lost on the surface, out of time, out of place, out of rhythm, yet inwardly upheld. You must forget and minimalize certain things to remember and optimize others. Virtually preserve insistency upon priorities, driven from within, lost to the world, found on other frequencies, searching for an opening, you are bored to tears with the customary. The obvious loses all power. The subtle seduces and brings entry into what is awaiting for those who can conceive the infinite adventure.
man. Okay, so this is what I got from all of that. Um, please understand, everyone, this is my personal query, opinion, theory. Okay, it's not verified. But what if the Sabian symbols from jamesburgess.com is the south node or the north node, and this, the inside degrees by Elias, what's his name?
Lonsdale,
Lonsdale.
Lones.
That's right.
Lonsdale.
Elias Lonsdale is the south node. Elias Lonsdale would be the south node. James Burgess would be the north node. Leo, Aquarius.
Yes.
Because we see the boredom and having a million things going on, and you're still just like, I don't feel activated.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
north node is, were you able to act like an Aquarius? That was like
Yeah.
one of the greatest descriptions of a freaking Aquarius, of the sea captain,
Yeah.
right?
Can you kill the
Perfect.
the share
Kind
screen?
of like, yeah, I'll get up and I'll turn off that switch, and then I'm just going to go right back down, sit down. They don't get involved. they watch, they listen, they go slow. They do carry a tremendous amount of wisdom. Think about it. That's weird, but suggestions.
Very true. I was trying to stop sharing screen, but I was in the first Heather that was in this video, so I couldn't get out of it. I was like, I finally just figured it
As
out. Like
Amba's got us as Asmodeus, yes. Hi, Kevin Reddington's TV. Thank you so much for the Sunday. I'm not quite sure what. Thank you, Jen, for the party hat. Have no clue what that stuff does, but thank you.
yeah, it's just little sweet gifts, I guess. I think that
It is your birthday.
it is.
Amba is saying it's an epic asteroid. Epic. She used the word epic.
That's a big word for Amba. That definitely is an epic asteroid. It's
Asmodeus.
I
And
just was blown away by so many of the things that it was saying that I had already said when I was interpreting it all out. I love it when that happens.
well, can I tell you that your Asmodeus is attached to Psyche
Oh, it
in
is.
Gemini
Hmm.
as a sextile, which is a tool, which means your brain goes fishing.
Of course it does.
Your brain goes fishing
Of course.
with guts,
Yeah.
because that's what you go fishing with, guts. No guts, no glory. Oh my God.
Fortune favors the brave.
I'm just saying, no guts, no glory.
So basically, yeah, agreed. Oh, let me get that other chart back up, babe. I know I totally closed out the eclipse chart. I'm such a joik
Man,
that
it's
way.
so good to see you guys. I finally got the chat up.
Oh,
I had
I'm
to go
trying
in it like this way and that way, but I finally got in here. Hi, Badir. Jessica. So sweet. She shows up every week for us. Thank you, Jessica. I'm giving you a hug right now, and I hate hugging people. But here, I'll hug you like this all day. Be like a little koala, and I will not
Yeah.
get off your arm.
She is always
She
here.
is. She always shows
That's
up.
awesome.
Thank you, Amba. No, it's mechanical now. It's mechanical. My legs are coming out from underneath me. My muscles are deteriorating, and on the left side, my hip muscles, the thigh muscles, can't really hold my kneecap up anymore, and it's slipping and popping out from under me. So, I'm testing and learning my new limits, and I do have a cane so I don't fall. I'm gonna just have to start walking around with it again.
You just keep falling apart on me, and you need to stop.
Astrology bliss. It's Bliss. Hi, Bliss. I spent time with her last week. Hi, Bliss.
Hi, Astrology Bliss.
How did it turn out? I did your reading last weekend. Did everything turn out okay? Let me know in the comments. Nicole Ruvolo.
Oh, hey, it's my girlfriend
What a cool
Nicole.
name.
Nicole Ruvolo.
Ruvolo. Is that how you say that?
Yeah,
Ruvolo.
that's my
All of a
friend
sudden
Nicole.
I got like English, Scottish. What is up with Edinburgh? Can anybody tell me why all visible, like, why is everything looking at Edinburgh in Scotland? Also, I'd like to know why Colorado keeps popping up.
I did just say Scotland, didn't I? I want to go to England.
The
I want to go to
word
Ireland and Scotland. Yeah.
Colorado just came out of nowhere and just went boop, 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 boop. And then Scotland's been kind of in the background. Are you guys getting pings of locations? Can you let us know? Here, I'll run a poll. Let's do a poll, you guys. I want to find out. It's Italian. Oh my goodness, Italy is just getting I've seen the pictures and the video. It's insane. There are no words. Huge
What's
cliffside, just the drop, you know, just apartments, cars, like a
what?
100 feet.
Like mudslides or earthquakes or what's happening?
Earthquakes, volcanic activity, that one
Oh,
volcano that I'm always talking about from Edward Casey,
oh, it
Edna.
went.
It didn't just went, it got bigger in its went.
Gotcha.
And then it started doing crazy stuff on the land where there's just sheer, the earth is falling away. Like, I hope they start not start, they should have been evacuating everyone out of that area. And it was very sad to see that people were still living like nothing was happening.
Yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do if you're just on this little part of it? Like, what are you gonna do? The to me, it doesn't seem like Italy's a very, I've never been to Italy, but I mean, looking at the maps, it doesn't look like a very big country. And, volcanoes have a pretty far reach on their on their debris and all that cloud stuff. And what are you going to do? Where are you going to escape to?
Okay, there, I'm
It's
starting the poll. I just put in quotations Claire, because I know that we all have Claires. All humans have them. Don't tell me you don't. Some are practiced and you can strengthen it. I'm living proof of this. So the Claires. See. So in the poll, answer the poll for us, if you would please. The question is, are you getting the visions of different geographical cities right now? Like Bernadette said, wasn't it like a really, really long time ago when Etna last erupted? Like, we learned a lot about it in ancient history. Pretty insane it's erupting again, isn't it? Absolutely, because
because the whole ring of
this
fire is going.
type of eruption has not been seen. Like, it wasn't, it's been like 100,000 years or something, and Etna is behaving irrationally as a volcano. Nobody can calm her down. But it is affecting, like, again, I don't understand why people would stay. Why would they stay if the ground is falling away at 100-foot drops? Like, I don't want that happening in the middle of the night. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's crazy. Hmm.
Anyway,
I know.
answer the polls.
I'm a tornado girl, being from Kansas. I don't
I
know.
don't
I
understand
don't
with the mess
know.
at Colorado. Let me just ask this question of you. Colorado, we get the pings,
Mhm.
and these things pop up, bump, 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 bump. I don't know if we're supposed to be like the Alice and the White Rabbit. Are we supposed to drop everything right now and run towards Colorado, or is this just another ping and it's a flyby, like a bird going over your head? Do you
Yeah, I
understand what I'm
gotcha.
saying?
I do. I do. And I think that what I'm noticing are the pings. Of course, some of the pings when they're coming along, you don't know till after the fact. And then, something big happens in that city and you're like, ah, shit, that's what it was about. It wasn't even anything about me. Right. So it can be things like that. But
Right.
also I think I like to see the pings, think of the pings as considerations. Okay. So if
That's
you're,
sweet.
like if you're not, I mean, what else are we gonna do? Like if we're all coming off this crazy energy that we're like at the in between. You said it yesterday. You were like, I'm like in two worlds. I got one foot here and one foot here. Well, the whole collective does, and
Yeah.
nobody knows what's next. And
No.
even you can't predict it with Uranus. Like if we're looking at this, even this eclipse maps, the
Yeah.
T part of the square, the tip of it is Uranus, which makes those revolutionary changes. But if you don't know where you're moving forward to, it can be a scary time.
Bernadette says, I have been having a sudden interest in sacred places and energy sites around the world this last week, like a volcano. Does that count as a yes to the poll? Yeah, absolutely. Like a volcano is a big energy center. And yes, I am so happy you took notice, because everybody I show this stuff to, they're like, wow. And then they walk off. And I'm like, you do know that people are dying and they're displaced and they have no home. And now, in some cases, they have to leave their own country behind. The suffering, the trail of suffering that comes after these major earth events.
I just saw an elephant in a room. As you
Did
were
I just
saying
call
that,
it?
like I'm sitting here, like the first I saw it is kind of like the pressure building up that you have of a pimple, right? Like you've had that thing festering on your face for 2 weeks. It's the head's about to explode. Could you do it before it ends up on the wall or the mirror? Yeah,
Right.
I know that's a horrible way to say it, but like you're thinking about that
What is it?
earthquake. It's been that volcano. They've lived there all these years, and just it's the elephant in the room. Nobody wants to talk about it,
No, but that's
but
Pisces energy. Pisces puts you in spots like that constantly, where you're like, is anybody going to talk about the elephant? No,
okay.
no, just me, and I'm crazy because I can see it, and so can
Oh,
you, but I'm crazy.
but see the other side that I've always seen from the Pisces response is the what elephant? I don't see
Well,
an
that's what I'm
elephant.
saying.
I don't see
Pisces,
an
like, man,
elephant.
I don't see any elephants. It's a Sagittarius and a Gemini feature,
Yeah.
to be open minded or to be pigeonholed and just staring at it. But you're right. A Pisces will do both. It's just to their preference. The thing
I
that they don't want to take responsibility for
but
is the
that's
thing they abandoned.
okay, let's segue because that's what that is. This right
Dude,
here.
if you
I'm
pull
gonna
up
throw it
another
up.
Sabian symbol again,
No,
I'm
I'm
just
not. No, I'm
gonna
pulling up the
throw
chart.
something
No,
up
I'm
there.
pulling up the eclipse chart for the Pisces lunar eclipse. It's full moon on August 28th, at 4 degrees Pisces. So,
And the
um,
intensity is a 9 out of 21. So it's moderate.
it is moderate, but if you have any personal planets, or
In the way?
let's say, no, well, let's say it's your rising sign or your descendant sign or your MC or your IC, right? Even if you don't have any
AI.
planets there, those points would be very important to look at. And the orb, I would say probably what, like 5 to 8 degrees, Miriam, maybe 10.
I would, well, it's a moderate one, so let's put 10 to 12 maybe. I would
Okay.
say, because
S-
it's the multiplication. You take a regular full moon, multiply it by like whatever the percentage here. Let me do math, because I can't believe I have to do math to
well,
do this, but so be it.
so Juno, wait,
Amba's
I'm
already
going back
got
here.
it. Shh,
Going back here
Amba.
for a second. So
Math.
Juno is backed up retrograde at 27 Capricorn. So she is part of the story if you're going within, 10 to 12 degree orb. Juno's in that story in Capricorn. Where did my chart go,
Okay, so
y'all?
43% strength out of 100%. 43% strength above a regular full moon. So if full moons are crazy for you, then let's up that by 43%. That's the level of this, and it's going to be, she is absolutely correct. I'm also going to add that the degree points of the eclipse matter. You might want to
Mm-hmm.
write them down somewhere and stick it on the fridge, because it'll matter. So it'll be it'll be 4 degrees, 51 minutes of Pisces, and that's for the sun. And then 4 degrees, 54 minutes of Virgo, and that's for the moon. No, the moon's in Pisces, the sun will be in Virgo. My apologies, I had that backwards. 4 degrees, 51 minutes, Pisces, Virgo. That's all you need to know. Because over the next 3 years, as things pass in front of that gate, 4 degree point, 51 minutes, might as well just call it 5 degrees of Virgo and Pisces, anything that transits over one of those gates can trigger this setup that you have right now.
Yeah, most
You'll be
definitely.
like, oh, this looks familiar. I haven't done that since the eclipse.
And don't forget, like unless you've got any important placements, like I said, close to Pisces point, you got to realize maybe your family members do. Your charts aren't always about you.
This is true. Sometimes
So
it's about my dogs.
yeah, true. And I mean, Virgo is animals. It's pets, right?
I'm
So
not getting another
lunar
dog.
lunar
Oh,
eclipses, we may see, some people, depending on where their placements are, may have some, close fur babies, cross that rainbow bridge.
or a new
And
fur baby showing up at the house. And
yeah,
maybe they don't
that
have
could also
fur,
be the
but
alternative,
just
right?
reptilian skin or something.
Oh, I do. Well, hey, I used to have frogs
You
as
know, like
pets.
iguana,
Oh, that'd be
like on your
fun.
arm, or a parrot. Let's not get one
That's
of those.
no,
Pass.
no, 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 no. But
I know that in my heart of hearts, my little South Node Leo energy is it's been screaming for creative release, you know?
mhm,
And in its play mode with the creativity that kind of shines, I do know that the Venus opposite Saturn has also been asking that question of, you know, Taurian Venus, which is we can see what you love because that's where you
mhm.
put your time and that's where you put your money.
Yeah.
Okay. It's very rational. We can see what you love. Who are you with this thing? And of course, the Leo jumps because that's what Leos do. They shine like the sun and they get really big. They open their arms. Um, and that creative release was going on all over the collective, all over the collective. This thing was happening. And I want to know what yours were, you know, because it would have pushed you to pick something up you hadn't picked up in a while. I picked up my crochet and I started making I I make the little amagiri. I don't know how to pronounce it, but they're the crocheted knitted little dolls and they're very cute. And I give them all away to children, but I picked it up again. So this creativity thing, what I know that you were
So,
craving for creativity all week.
yep. Yeah. And so, as you were saying that, I heard moderation. And so Venus being exalted, she can do whatever
Is
she
that
wants.
a disciplinary action or is that just a
Well, it's Saturn. It's Venus opposite Saturn. And no, it's more like check yourself. If
yeah, well yes.
you have this thing that you want to do brand new. You want to do it big, but you say you don't have the resources. Well, how many more
What's the
electronics, how
mhm.
many more video games do you need? How many more, cars do you need? How many
How is this
more
serving you
yeah, how is it serving you? So that
when
moderation,
this is who you are?
but it's the mirror. It's Aries Libra.
It is.
Saturn is saying
She's
you
not
got to
wrong.
look at yourself in retrograde. Look at yourself. That opposing division. What is it that you can cut out, let go, release, or learn moderation to where you can afford for this to do this creative
Yeah.
thing that you want to
Yes, that
do?
is a very complete thought right there because that was a large part of the question. Not just what is this costing you, but how does it fit you and moderation. I understand that now. Yeah. Because it was sort of like, you're not, how many people as a reader have come to you and said, I want to start a YouTube channel?
Yeah.
And then you go, so do it, you know?
Yeah.
And they still pause. They
Yeah.
have these really long pauses. And my Leo energy is saying, jump in the water. The
Yeah.
water's fine.
And so I can say as a 20 degree Leo,
Brave.
20 degree Leo North Node in the fifth house. myself. That statement that she just said didn't come to me with any kind of ease. It didn't. For me to sit here and talk to you guys live, it's not a big deal anymore, but it used to be high anxiety for me. My North Node. It's not what I'm comfortable doing, projecting, being on the stage to the
Mhm.
Aquarius audience. It's not an uncomfortable thing to do, but I think that we're all at a point where we're not the same people that we used to be.
No.
Our vision, we're
Yes.
coming at life with fresh eyes with Jupiter in Leo.
Yes.
And we're allowing the changes that we've gone through to actually be able to take that first step. Go ahead, hit record. What are you going to post it? What are you going to do? Have one like, zero likes? Who
Yeah.
cares? You
Who
did it. That
cares?
was the
Who
first thing
cares?
you did. Saturn and Aries is saying, yeah, Jupiter,
Yeah. There's
they
nothing wrong with that.
here's your blessing. Look, you got the structure right there. I don't even know if I'm
Picture
still
the
sharing.
Queen of Pentacles, the ultimate Capricorn mother, who says, yeah, you earned it.
Yeah.
Keep it.
Yeah.
You
I
earned
was
it.
pointing at I was pointing at this. I thought I was still sharing screen, but I was pointing at this right there, that trine. We got Saturn right there, trining Jupiter.
Yes. Saturn is
Yes.
saying, if you earned it, you get to keep it. Let's go.
You
Let's go.
you do. And Uranus is saying, all right, I'm going to send this little
Okay.
lightning bolt right
I'm
down
going to,
here to your
right,
Mercury and Sun, and I'm going to send the
wake you
the
up.
other lightning bolt over to the South Node and on that
What
eclipse, just
can you do
zap
me a
you.
huge favor?
Yeah.
Go to 5 degrees of Sagittarius in the Sabian symbols and let's see what the full complete square point, Uranus's opposition point is, because with Jeffrey Green's evolutionary astrology, polarity is everything. Polarity to everything. It's just the way that it is. So
What am I
the
looking at, babe?
solution for
Five
Jeffrey
what?
Green would say that even though this is a tough thing with the challenge of the square, the release point is the opposition to
Point
Uranus.
to
Uranus
Uranus
at 5 degrees. So can you pull
with
it
a
up?
five Sag. Yeah.
Read
So
me this. Read me the
yeah,
Sabian, because
hold on.
man,
I'm gonna stop
if this says something
sharing.
about dropping a cake, y'all, I'm done. That's
You're
how
like,
on point the
this
charts
shit
are,
is, yeah,
where it
yeah,
is just ridiculously obvious what's going on to me.
yeah,
Seeing light within the darkness, wisdom is not clouded by personal preference or emotions. Looking for and seeing the light within the darkness.
yeah.
In the darkness, the owl sees. Similarly, within our own makeup is an aspect of awareness that does not sleep, even when we slip into unconsciousness. However, far down we may delve and journey, however grim and black life may sometimes seem. There is always a point of light that we can focus on in order to pull ourselves back on track. We may call it hope, faith, guidance, or love, and as long as we walk towards it, it will act as the light at the end of the tunnel. I've been doing this with one of my relationships. This very thing, her and I together are holding hands nervously, but we are kind of looking at this point of light
Yeah.
and saying there's still hope for us.
Jupiter.
There's still hope for us. Let's just take one more step today, and we don't have to interact any further than that. But I'll be back tomorrow, and then we'll sit again. We'll try. Each day is a fresh try. Each day is they teach that in Al-Anon and AA. Each day is a fresh try.
Yeah.
And this little spot of light. So for me, in my relationship sector, this would be my 7th house. It would be touching your Aries. I can see that with you. I got her the most beautiful, cute little pair of shoes that look so cute on her cute little feeties. And then I
You
took her out in
did.
public and walked her around.
She went and showed me off. Yeah.
But, you've been on a pilgrimage and a journey.
I have. It's been a year.
And now, as will come when you put in as much work and effort and dedication as Heather has been doing on her weight loss journey. None of her clothes fit her now.
Yeah. Yeah.
None of
So,
them.
yeah, I got, and what
I
do
was
what do
like,
I
oh my
hate
God,
doing? What do I
I'm
hate
gonna
to
have
have
to
to
take
do?
her shopping.
I hate shopping. Ah!
And she's an Aries rising, the little ray of hope. And she just, each day, I'll just take one more step. It's got to be Aries energy that's doing it. I
Oh,
call Aries
wholeheartedly. Yeah. Well,
Aries for 200.
all this Aries energy. I'm a 19 Aries rising. So everything like Saturn and Neptune are still in my back end of my 12th house, undoing that whole Neptune Pisces bullshit that went on that
Yes.
got me so far off my track for a while, but I I'm still sharing screen. I'm sorry if I
It
wasn't
says, no,
showing
no, wait, let me
anything.
read it. It says, to know of this wisdom gives us the liberation to explore the darker side of life wherein truth and power are found. Living according to spiritual principles develops inner poise and outer success. Only when we can respond true and clear to each natural, ordinary occurrence will we know both the owl's wisdom and the tree's tranquility. When all the glitter and glamour is removed and a person is seen exactly as they are, then what shines through is the quality of the personal dignity. That is
I
very
asked that question
Piscean.
last week. Who are you when nobody's looking?
This is born of self respect and becomes a clear light in those who, with reliable constancy, adhere to their principles as a normal way of life. If we embody our deepest values in everyday matters, personality becomes down to earth and pleasingly authentic. This dignity may be hidden beneath a camouflage of emotional and intellectual skills that entertain others to win popularity. This veneer needs to be carefully moderated because there is a profoundly disturbing risk of smugness, which is that
Entitlement.
you're beneath me, very, very Virgoan, right? Just, you're so beneath me. All right. So there is profoundly disturbing risk of smugness, which is a distortion of spirit and harmful in terms of grace and happiness. Great poise can develop in one who shapes their world using a charismatic personality to demonstrate the balance between humility and self expression while achieving worldly success based on spiritual principles. This inevitably requires, I need to put on my lip gloss because this is killing me. Ooh, this writer, wonderful to read. You can tell I'm using all of my vowels. Says this inevitably requires us to exercise a measure of self restraint in many of the detailed activities we pursue en route to accomplishment. Difficult situations have to be handled carefully. Compelled by an inner force, we feel that we must realize our potentials absolutely. This force is as strong as raw desire itself, because that's exactly what it is, applied fully to the details of our ordinary lives. Its power can catch us unawares. So it takes remarkable steadiness to hold true to what we elect to make important, especially at times when the battle between conscience and temptation is emphasized by a highly charged desire nature. Thank you very much, Venus opposite Saturn. The highest
Yeah.
spiritual principles are nothing if they are not practical in day to day terms. It is foolish to distinguish between what is and what is not spiritual life. Life is both spiritual and material simultaneously. The beautifying of personality rests ultimately on our ability to balance and integrate both sides of this coin, the two aspects of one normality. Yet, to make this easier by distancing ourselves from our desire nature is false. I just had that conversation yesterday.
You
And we
did.
must not capitulate to society's pressure to conform and thus become only a distorted caricature of ourselves. Well, shoot.
Hmm. Oh my
Did we not cover
gosh.
like all of that in this podcast?
Yeah, just one more second here. Let me do this thing, my love,
Okay, that's all I have to
because
say.
I've talked about all this relationship stuff, and I kept just being like, well, third
Ooh,
party. I keep
my
feeling the
hair is doing weird.
third party, third party, no matter whether the third party be friends, family members, complete
Mm,
stranger, a bank account, whatever the third party is. And look at what the inside degree. We're at 5 Sag, right?
yeah.
All right. So this, yeah, your girl has to put on her readers for this one.
Ooh, you're so
Okay.
cute. I love it.
Getting old.
She
Getting
is. She's
old.
got really good lipstick on today.
One of these days I'll turn 24, but man, I'm really feeling this
I
23
know it
today.
must be so hard being 23 all the time.
I know it. I know it. All right. So, Sag 5
Hey,
Inside
baby.
Degrees by Elias Lonsdale. Three women materializing out of the fog, being mesmerized by your own triple reflection. Cast a huge chunk of your own soul back into the dim past, casting another chunk of your soul into the remote future. What are we talking about? 1 foot in, 1 foot out. And the enshrouding of the present time chunk of your soul in
Mama.
layer after layer of obscurity and evasiveness, living simultaneously in the past, in the present, and the future, but with all three time frequencies held away. Therefore, to a fantastic extent, you live inside the subconscious mind with virtually no conscious outlet. Down inside, there is something extraordinary happening. Free from the glare of any form of overt reflection, you are gestating, healing, and making yourself ready for the infinite unknown to pop or hatch. Intensive seething forces of dreaming into the void, the great abyss. And while knocked out of outer commission, liberated to conceive the inconceivable and to renew your tangled and damaged roots in the old wise woman way that never ages and always works. I'm just like dumbfounded every time that we go into these Sabian symbols and or the Chandra symbols, and we end up with exactly what Miriam and I had been talking about all along, it's absolutely mind-blowing. And that being the point uh of the opposition, or the final corner of the square. Apparently we lost Miriam. I know she'll be back, but I am looking here at this. So what I was just reading, and Miriam was just reading with that Sabian, is this point over here. Boop, right over here to 5 Sag. Okay. That's the point of this that she was talking about, was the 5 Sag. So incredible, incredible that I'm sorry. I mean, in so many ways, I'm just almost speechless about how exacting that is, because it talks about, just like Miriam was saying earlier, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You've got the past, the present, the future, and they're all standing there observing, like this new beginning is going to happen. And I hope that you guys got I hope you guys are ready for your new beginnings. I know that we got some tarot to do, and
We do.
if we want to wrap this astrology part up, I think I can't even see what I'm doing to see if I stop sharing screen, y'all.
Okay.
I'm horrible. Am I still sharing screen?
No,
Good. Okay.
pretty sure
Well,
no. No,
all right.
I don't see it.
All right, I'm gonna keep my glasses on then because I can't see
Right. So
anything.
Bernadette, we're doing
So,
Bernadette, right?
yeah, Bernadette has missed the last several live streams, and she is one of our paid members that has a tarot question. She has, I don't
I have
have,
to go for a bit to do a uni. Okay, Bernadette, your answer will be here. So come back to the video later
yep,
and we'll
yep, yep,
we'll
yep.
do it real quick and you'll have it forever, I guess.
Yeah,
So her questions,
we're
is it
above
best
the,
for me?
yeah.
That's a yes or no. Why am I deliberating? That's a better one. What kind of man is good for me and happy to have in a long-term relationship with? That's a whole session question.
I know she had it in the comments and it's a whole session. Like that's so let's pick it for her. So, um, she's basically just stuck making a
Okay,
decision
wait,
and
wait. Do we have a
uh,
quarter?
I already,
Do we have, no, because it's either me taking her or you taking her. And one of us looks at the guy that she's breaking up with. So it's either the guy she's breaking up with and why that question, or why is she deliberating? So one is about him, the other is about her.
I do not have a coin on me at all.
So which one do you want?
I don't,
It's your birthday. You pick.
I'll just take her. I'll just take her.
Okay, I'll take the guy.
Yeah, that sounds great. I didn't see if any of our other channel members had a question, but I know Bernadette has really been
Indeed.
going through it, needing the help. So,
Cool. I'm zoning out.
all right. Let me see.
Okay. Dude, we're
Nicole
looking at a
Ruvalo
duder.
Nicole says for
Oh, you
her,
want to play today? And you? That's awesome. Show me
we,
duder.
so Nicole
Show
also
me
said for me,
Bernadette's guy.
yeah,
Oh
I
my
guess
goodness, thank goodness I
she's
did
gonna just keep talking
that.
over me.
Two of Swords, don't play games with me. Silly. Hello, friend.
All
Show
right,
me
we're reading for
Bernadette's
Bernadette,
guy.
y'all. Thanks for hanging out with us today. If you haven't already, please give our video a
Bernadette's
like,
guy.
share, tell a friend.
Show me
If you're looking
Bernadette's
for a
guy.
relationship scan, Miriam's got those on her site. You'll notice that in the description below the video whenever it's posted. And yeah, happy birthday to Heather. Love you guys and thanks for hanging out. Hope you have a beautiful week. All right.
Oh,
So
burn.
I'm laying into Bernadette right
Okay.
now. I took her questions down though. There we go.
Dang. Okay. So it was this is Duder right here. Oh, that's bad. Those dude. Oh, he is ugly. This is ugly, ugly behavior. Oh, there you are. Hello, friend. I'm, I'm just going to read a little, lay a little. If Heather steps in, Heather is representing Bernadette's position. I am looking at Duder, and Duder is coming in with these cards right here. King of Swords in the reverse, Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. So, that's some pretty ugly energy. Ooh, he thinks she has something up her sleeves. that she's hiding something. He thinks she's hiding something. This is ridiculous. I'm hearing straight out that he did not like this whole podcast that Heather and I have done. Bernadette just walked straight through the fire on this one because she dealt with someone who wasn't, they weren't behaving in their highest self. This person felt entitled, was demanding, and did not know the right way to ask for what he needed. And it came out twisted wrong. Twisted wrong. He may have even made some like false accusations about her taking more than like it would be even up to and including her cooperation. Maybe even, oh, this could have also been about social media, y'all, where he wanted something taken down off of her social media and then started coming out like that's what he needed because it showed that she was cooperating with an ex in some way. And there's a lot of different reasons to keep an ex around. There's, you know what I mean? He was worried about optics. He knew better than to confront her on something. It's like a behavior that she had been doing for a very long time because she didn't agree with the suffering. And she knew how much like her ex was needed to carry and how much it hurt them. I don't know, something like this. Yeah. He could have just asked her nicely. He didn't. Go ahead, babe.
Okay, Bernadette, dear. All right, so I was looking at your side of this and tapping into your energy. Thank you very much for opening up so I could. And you were asking a lot about why the hesitation? And that's what I was asking too. Or, what's going on, what's going on and how I came that it literally came out with the Eight of Wands with the Seven of Swords in reverse, right? And this facing it, right? So the way it pulled up, I'm sorry, I'm double check. So we've got the Knight of Swords running, like charging at this,
Charging
like
at.
charging at no communication, charging at like the walking away. If this is not Piscean, I don't know what the F is. That's that blinder thing. And right below that was the Seven of Swords in reverse. So what I'm getting at,
Girl, speaking of truth.
what I'm getting at is honestly, I think that there needs to be more truth spoken. That's the problem. It's like looking back and go, well, I've tried to say this, that, and that, and that before. Like that's the mindset of the Knight of Swords going towards this Eight of Wands in reverse. I've tried to say this, but I think Bernadette, the way that this feels is that there is a holding back of saying what it is that you need to say. Because I think that I don't know how else to say this, and I don't know your relationship, Bernadette, but I will say that it feels like this is a person that you're not even attracted to. Like there's something with this that you are off put. But when I ask what's keeping her stuck, but it's like something you're not willing to say because you know it would hurt, it would destroy him. If you were to say it, it would destroy him. But what's hanging in there and staying with somebody that you're holding feelings about that would destroy them if they really knew? that's how I feel. And I'm getting flushed with this warm sensation throughout the body. So I know that just resonated with you. What's holding you back? Why aren't you leaving? I got the Page of Pentacles in reverse and the the Five of Wands in the upright. Baby, if you want to be alone, you got to learn to fend for yourself. If you're holding on to something that you're not happy with, these are all very immature cards. They're low numbers on the totem poles, if you will. Okay.
He's not
And
wrong.
it's like
Undeveloped energy.
it's like it's the what you're looking at, these questions that are being asked. I know you want to know the answers, but nobody can make, I just heard nobody can make you grow but you. And when you put apart, when you take aside like this, I think that that is an insecurity that you're feeling within about the ability to really go it alone. And that you're going to have to fight a lot harder to have the way of living that you're used to. When I asked what kind of, what kind of relationship is it that Bernadette needs, it's you. I got the Fool card and the Empress card. Okay. We're talking about Aries Libra energy. And until that balance is right between these two, this is that impulsivity. Baby, get a dog. Like get a faithful friend that you have to be, like maybe that's what it is, but it's more like, you are being, I think that you are being treated okay in the relationship that you're in. And I think that's where the hesitance goes, because I think that you feel like maybe you're going to do for naught, but that all really speaks to you needing to focus on your self-worth and try something new. Try to turn that Eight of Wands around. Try to talk about it some more and say, you know what, we've talked. If it's that we talked to nauseam and you need to go, then you need to go, even if you need to separate it on a trial basis just to see how it goes. It doesn't mean you don't care about the person. It just means you simply can't live with them anymore. I mean, it's your choice to make, babe. And this 28th is that Pisces lunar eclipse. It's time. It's time. And if you don't make it, I based off of some of what she said, it may be made for you. So I love you, and I hope that helps.
Yeah. I think she knew it was about something else. Like it would be a lot like, does this fight really count when I know it was truly about something else? Taking the count of how many times we have had disrespectful communication coming out of his mouth towards you, that sort of thing, false, mistrustful things. A lot of the stuff he said was disrespectful. I will give you that.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I will. But I think she is over there trying to do math. And it's sort of like, no, darling, this is not a logical choice. It's a feeling choice.
Mm-hmm.
I take Heather's side with this.
Yeah, I think that
you have to follow your feeling.
Yeah, and the one last thing I would say is, Bernadette, where you're coming from on this, sweetheart. And I'm getting flashed the Page of Pentacles in reverse right now. Wow. Okay.
I have
I'm
words.
sorry. I have words because I'm getting shown that basically the logic behind it is all ass backwards. Like, you notice the knight was running the back way. It was like trying to skirt and go back, but it's like it's being like, what, you're in a relationship. Why are you already worried about if you're going to have a next? Sweetheart, you got to work on you and make what makes you happy. That was one of the next questions. And we
Choose your
can't
thoughts.
we
Choose
can't
them.
we can't
Be
keep
willful with your thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
Do not allow your mind to run amok. You're an intelligent woman. It is about moderation in this case, because the feelings matter. Notice dignity is self-defined and self-appointed. No one could grant me dignity but myself.
Yep.
Because it's a feeling. It's not something you can touch, but it resides inside of me. I can feel it in my physical body when it arrives. It fills my inner torso.
It's not something you have to look externally for.
Dignity is not something that anyone has a right to make you a slave around or about. You are not meant to be shackled to slavery because you're over there doing math instead of feeling the lack of dignity and respect that not only you deserve, but you have the right to. You have the right to ask for what you need and for what you want.
You do.
So, were there words flying around? Yes. However, he came out on my spread as the King of Swords in the reverse. You may have been the Knight of Swords in the upright, but he was the King of Swords in the reverse, talking about what a waste, you're not worth. I could
Oh,
hear the
man.
words, looking at the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse with the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse.
Yeah.
How rude of
Oh,
him.
I'm sorry to hear that, Bernadette. And I hope it helps. We can't keep going on the reading,
No, but
hun.
I did want to let everyone know the definition of dignity. So I did, and now I have, and now I'm done.
I like that you said moderation because that was actually the word that popped to me in the middle of our, going through the charts and
Yeah.
whatnot. But I know it's working on 7:30. Want to make sure I
Yeah,
haven't
yeah, yeah. It
missed
was cool
anything
hanging
else,
out with
but
everybody.
we got cake. Miriam made me a
That's
cake.
right. Kate.
I
Goodbye.
know. Love you guys.